Welcome back to the Commodities Dig. My guest today is Letwin, CEO of Iamgold. Stephen, let's talk about your assets in Africa. So you're heavily invested in Africa. You have some great projects there. But I feel like miners view the assets differently than the market does and can sometimes discount the asset because it's based in Africa. Are you finding that right now?
Well, you raised an excellent point. I'll tell you the way the demographics work. If you're an investor living in Europe, you look at West Africa, where we are, and you look at it very positively.
Okay.
If you're living in North America and you look at West Africa, you look at it with a little bit of a jaundiced view because you're worried about risk, political risk particularly. So Iamgold's challenge is our European holders like it, but not enough probably. Our North American investors look at it and say, gee, why don't you spin that out? Why don't you sell it? So
is that because they paint Africa with the same brush and it's just all the same? They don't really factor in that you're in West Africa, which has a bit of a better reputation?
Yeah, sorry. They're driven by headlines, right? Mali had a coup. Doesn't affect our mind. It doesn't matter. They sell off. Okay. So I would just tell you that we're very happy with our assets in Africa. When I joined the company 3 years ago, everybody loved West Africa. Today, not so much, but there's some great gold mines, great mine that we have in Burkina. We have a great opportunity in Mali to extend our footprint there from our Sadiola mine. So I'm happy with it for now. We'll see how it goes, but you're right. We do have that disconnect. You're absolutely right.
Right. So let's talk about your good assets. Some of your infrastructure that you'll need to build out. You're moving from soft rock to hard rock. So what are those costs looking like, and is it a big challenge to build that infrastructure?
Number one challenge.
It is?
Yes, because as you move from rock that's doubly hard, then it takes more power to crush it. It takes more power to mill it. It takes more power to move it, basically. It's
You're going to need some of that niobium.
We need some of that niobium. We need some power costs that reflect that.
Right.
And right now we're all diesel generation, so we're tied to the price of oil. So anything that's tied to renewables, like solar, for example, in West Africa, really can change the game for us. So we're looking at that very hard.
Okay.
And putting a lot of time and money into that.
And what's the timeline for that right now?
I'd say the next 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we're just building our first solar farm in Suriname, as a matter of fact, down in South America.
Yeah.
And that's a 5 megawatt facility. And we're also looking at extending that reach into West Africa.
It's good that you brought up your holdings in South America. So you have a bunch of different exploration opportunities there. Are you looking at pushing development at any of those places?
There are a couple of very good opportunities. Pitangui in Brazil looks like a winner for us.
Okay.
That's probably 3 to 5 years away, though.
Okay.
And right now, most of our effort is in Suriname, the old Dutch Guyana, where we're looking at more brownfield work than we are what I call greenfield exploration.
Right.
A lot of brownfield in that area to help our hard rock challenge. And that's looking very positive for us.
And do you have an expansion plan or any idea of how much you're going to be investing in that project?
Originally, we thought we were going to invest a fairly large sum, but we've backed away from that with the lower gold price.
Right.
We're actually hoping that we're going to be able to bring in soft rock deposits into our mill and not have to do an expansion. I think over time, if gold prices recover, we will.
Yes.
But right now, our solution is let's go outside our current mineral agreement. We have a great joint venture in place with the government. Let's bring in that softer rock into the mill and mitigate the hard rock.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
My pleasure.
This has been the Commodities Dig. I'm Amy Hogan. Until next time.